All good. It's a bit of a palaver, but I can video it all the way now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like the atmosphere is so clear, and the colours are just so.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't wait. Wowzers. Oh my goodness gracious me, I'm having the best time. We've just come from Wanaka to Queenstown over the pass, and it was amazing. It is so long since I've been out with that tub wiener on the back that I feel like I'm on a blooming GP bike. I've been popping wheelies, I've been flying round corners, scraping my toes. It has been brilliant. Absolutely loving it. Anyway, I wanted to video this little bit for you. We're going to go through Queenstown. Oh, I'm salivating. There's a fluid in my chops. Hold on, let me swallow. It's quite chilly. It is an autumnal day. The air's cool, but it is beautiful. The road surface is amazing. And we're going from Queenstown, so we're going to just video through Queenstown. Look at the plane. That is awesome. 2 million people a year land in this tiny, tiny little town. There's 35,000 people in the whole of Central Otago. The Central Otago is massive. It's like the whole of the Midlands, East and West. It's huge. So 2 million people a year land here. So it's quite a lot. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I'm quite excited. We are going now through Queenstown, and we're going to go to Glenorchy. And I thought I'd video it because the sun will be in exactly the right spot behind me, so it should look great. Lots of bikers out today. Nice G6R, mate. Oh gosh, that was so good. I was following this Mustang for about 10 minutes, and there was a straight, and there's about 5 cars in front of the Mustang, and he obviously pulled out in front of me. I thought, this guy's obviously going to have a go. So he could hear him go, Bob, Bob. So I just cruised behind him, and as he pulled back in, I just went, Bob, Bob. It was awesome. Oh dear. Boys and their toys. And I popped my first proper wheelie just past McDonald's then, and I was like, right, I'm on fire. I'm videoing this. Oh dear, Kim's not allowed to watch this one. Anyway, lots been happening. Obviously, bad news in New Zealand with shootings, which is very horrible. And I don't really want to even talk about it, to be honest, because it just gets me depressed about humanity, to be honest. Human beings just, they're the best and the worst, aren't they? And when they're the worst, human beings are just the worst. And that is just proper upsetting, to be honest. But obviously it's you can't talk about New Zealand right now without talking about the shooting, so it's important to sort of mention it and give our prayers and thoughts to all the people who now have loved family members missing because they've been shot, which is just tragic, actually. But anyway, I don't want to dwell on it because I'm fairly sensitive, and I'll probably get angry. Jeez, I've not seen that before. Actually, I haven't been here for about 3 or 4 months, and I haven't been to Glenorchy for a couple of years. The other thing I will mention is the bridge that we just went over on the last video in Franz Joseph has gone. It got washed away. Proper washed away, like gone. In a massive downpour. They had 1/2 metre of rain in 24 hours. Huge downpour. And it washed this massive bridge away. There's Malcolm on his KTM 1290 Super Duke. He's an ex-motocross champion. So, needless to say, when I go out with him, we have a fairly spirited ride. Right, let's check out the sights of Queenstown. There's usually some fairly good things to see, if you know what I mean. This is Queenstown. Let's see if we can get through it without getting killed by tourists. Yeah, come. This person is stopping here for no reason. Here's the motorbike rental shop here. Off-Road Adventure Centre, just there. You can rent a motorbike. I don't think it's too expensive either, to be honest. It's not cheap, but it's not crazy money. And that was the beautiful little town of Queenstown. That's it. The more I ride this bike, the more I absolutely love it. It's amazing. You can go 2-up touring, full panniers, take off the panniers, take off your passenger, and it's a freaking absolute track weapon. It's amazing. Like, the corners I've been doing has just been ridiculous. Right, we're off again. Look at this spot, folks. This road looks a bit like it's been surfaced. I had a massive front wheel slide a minute ago, going around a really sharp corner, and big patch of diesel on the middle of the road, and the front end skipped about 1/2 metre across the road. Needless to say, my posterior tightened up considerably. Yeah, this is a bit gravelly, this road, for me. I'm not quite confident on this, to be honest. This is the back end of Queenstown. You've got to be fairly rich to live here. Woohoo! Oh man, I love this bike. So the two tyres that I was complaining about, I've got the Metzler Rotec 01s, seem to have sort of come into their own a little bit. I don't know why, but after about 500 kilometres of rubber has been scrubbed off them, all of a sudden they just came alive, which is really, really cool. And I am feeling amazing on them at the moment. I am riding like I've never rode before, and you know, a lot of that is due to confidence in tyres. When you really, really lean your bike over and you feel fine doing it, obviously it's a lot to do with the bike itself, but definitely tyres make a big dent in your confidence. If they're crap there, you know, you don't want to lean the bike over. And yeah, they're good. Malcolm's a nutter. Anyway, since the last videoing, young Kimothy has had her haircut. Ooh. The tub wiener thing was upsetting her, so she's gone and got like a full-on bob, like hot bob. She looks amazing. So we'll have to show you. Now see, on the Kawasaki, almost killed us on that corner because the suspension completely bottomed out. But on this bike, it doesn't even register. Wow, look at this place. Let's hope it's not like this all the way with traffic. Yeah, Kim's looking great. She's looking forward to showing you her new haircut. Oh, there's nothing like nothing like biking along with the happy hardcore blasting. I've been listening to some 1992 rave music. Oh yeah, SL2 on a ragga tip. Brilliant. What a spot this is. These are all new houses. I've not seen them before. Bob's Cove. Wow. Woohoo! Squiggles. Squiggly spot through here. This is spectacular. This is one of the beauty spots of New Zealand. Glenorchy is absolutely beautiful. It's been a couple of years actually since I've been here. Every time I've ever been here actually, it's always been clear blue sky, flat lake, just amazing. I know it can get quite windy here, I think, but every time I've been here it's been epic. Oh, this has been re-gritted. See what they do in New Zealand. I don't know whether you can see. Can you see the surface of the road? What they do is they tar it with this black tar, and then they basically have a truck that follows that dumps stones, very, very sharp stones. And all that happens is it just sticks to the tar. Now, it's a completely different road surface than Europe. Europe, you have this kind of black, smooth bitumen. Here it's nothing like that. The stones themselves are actually sharp as razors, and if you put your hand on the road, it actually cut your skin. The stones are really sharp, and they're also not attached to the black bitumen very well. So they rely on the traffic to squish it down into position, if that makes sense. And they do pretty much. You can see the difference here. Here's the newer stuff. They do that pretty much every year to most of the roads around here, because the winter is incredibly harsh on them. So they're sort of they're constantly resurfacing, constantly. And it's still, even though I've lived here for quite a while now, it still kind of sketches me out a little bit, because you'll be going around a corner, then you can see a spot which is clearly loose gravel. Good grief, could you go any slower? Never figure out why these guys don't bring their own deck chair to work. Would be perfect. Dream job. Take a book and a deck chair. What are they doing? Ah, somebody's crashed through the barriers. Great. Three, two, one. We're off again. Ah, look at that. Woohoo! Woohoo, tight corners. Oh, what a glorious day. It's a Saturday. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of this. Woohoo! Oh, this is just epic. See, Richie's always going on about the scenery. Oh, the scenery, the scenery. Richie, here you got scenery and epic race roads. You're not going to beat this for motorbiking. Oh shit, no, that's not a cop. No, you're not going to beat this. Absolutely brilliant. So for those of you that don't know, Glenorchy. Ooh. Oh, wow. Wow. I'll just quickly pull in and see if I can get this. It's classic New Zealand. There's hardly anywhere to park. Would you look at that? You're not going to be able to see it as well as I can see it on the GoPro, but that right there is Mount Aspiring. And it's a huge mountain with a huge glacier on it. Wow. It's just doesn't even look real, it's so beautiful. I swear I need a good camera. Let me just check the lenses. Clean. So yeah, there's basically this twisty little road all the way to the top, and then you hit a dirt road, and then you go to a place apparently called Paradise, and Paradise is where they filmed The Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's somewhere across there or at the end. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, I'll attempt to show you on a map if I can, but this is the base of the Southern Alps, and there's no roads here. This is the one road, and then past that there's nothing. It's just mountains. But it is absolutely amazing. Right, let's crack on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, how cool. Twisty signs, snow-covered mountains, beautiful glacial lake, a litre bike, BMW, amazing. Oh, gravel in the middle of the road. Oh, jeez. And then it all could have gone horribly wrong. Might be time to Mr. Tom to just dial down the excitement a little bit. Dial it down, dial it down. I think if this water was warm, we'd be swarmed with thousands and thousands more tourists. But I wouldn't want to go swimming in that lake. It's bloody freezing. It looks beautiful, but it ain't warm. Kim would do it. She likes the water. She'll swim in anything. What a place, eh, folks? Look at that. I don't know the stats on Mount Aspiring. It's one of them mountains that is incredibly difficult to get to. You can only walk to it. I think you can go on horseback around or up most of it as well, but obviously at the top you can't. It's walking only. But it's one of them mountains that, because it's so incredibly difficult to get to, I know nothing about it really, other than you can see it from Glenorchy. That's it. It literally doesn't get any better, or as the Americans say, literally. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Woohoo! Oh man, I hope the camera picks it up. Wow. What a place. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go and have a look. Lake Face Creek. No camping, $200 fine. Let's go and have a look, shall we, folks? Better put it in rain mode. Am I going to get stuck down there? I hope not. I'm going to go and have a look, though. Yeah, I'm just going to squeeze by. Probably shouldn't come down here, but just proving a point that this thing can quite easily go off-road. Awesome. Let's put it back into go fast mode. Woohoo. Anyway, I haven't got a huge amount to tell you in the way of things that have been going on, because basically since our trip to Franz Josef, which was just a couple of weeks ago, all we've done is work. Just work. And Linda, for the record, we're not always on holiday. We actually film at the weekends and work all week. So there. It might seem like we're always on holiday because we're always going to places like this, but this is quite literally our back door. So everybody else here around me is on holiday except for me and Kim. So yeah, it probably does look like we're on holiday a lot, to be fair. Look at this place. It is amazing. I do love the Midlands. I'm a Midlands boy through and through. But I would never move back there in a million years. The only reason I would... Oh shit, that's a cop. The only reason I would ever move back to the Midlands is if Mum and Dad needed me to. Otherwise, not a chance. What's happened there? Is that a crashed car or... Oh no, they've just stopped to take some photos. Here we go. You can see Mount Aspiring now. What a day. Perfect. The light's on it perfectly. I really hope you can see that. That is a massive, massive mountain. So just over the hills here, just across there, like over the other side, and in fact there are paths that you can go only via horse, or if you're brave enough on a dirt bike. And just over there is Wanaka, and essentially what you've got, and Cadrona, and essentially what you've got to do is you've got to travel all the way down to Queenstown and then back up to Wanaka. I'll attempt to show you on a map to give you an idea, but you have to sort of do a big horseshoe on the roads. But in actual fact, as the crow flies, just across there is where I've come from. Isn't it amazing? Fancy living there. That's awesome. Here we go. So this is Glenorchy, and when we first came here 6 years ago, it was pretty much empty, but I've heard they have been doing a lot of building. What a place. Well, thank you for joining me on that little blat. I probably won't, what's this person doing? I probably won't video the way back, purely because I just want to have my own fun. So sorry about that. But I just can't be bothered, to be honest. Sorry. I'm going to have a couple of beers and then cruise home. So thanks for watching. Next video, I'll see if I can get tubs out. That is a sweet bike.